let him slip.
Yes, it was you who failed me.
I who failed you? I thought we were supposed to be a team.
We're nothing. You're nothing like me. Nothing. You are worthless.
Worthless? I'll show you who's worthless. There now. Looks like I'll just have to take care of the bats myself.
It's no joke. The captors of my dark night blacken my talons of a feather fowl as a familiar coldness sets in.
Hello world, and welcome back to the Benita Show, where we are showcasing SCS Films, SCS Studio, and Bats in the Clocktower. Here we have the writer and producer of Bats in the Clocktower, Mr. Scott Stoltz,
Hi, how you
and
doing?
his whole family, Miss Carrie and their son, Lute. Welcome, Carrie and Lute. Look at Lute, he's just smiling at me. He's like, here, I heard about that. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming on the show,
You're
Scott.
very welcome. It's
I
our
am
pleasure.
so honored, and I've been waiting on this moment for a while, so I'm excited to have you on the show because you're one of our big writers and producers, directors here in the St. Louis area. So people speak very highly of you. Your name gets around a lot, and doing great things, man.
That's fantastic. It's nice to feel that coming back to you as a film producer and writer and director, and to realize that people understand and get you where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of a pay it forward. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and have positive energy on the set and in my productions, and I feel like I get that back from everybody. So,
Great.
thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. We were talking about making St. Louis the new Hollywood, man. Are we on our way or what?
I think so. I think the term that you and I coined, and I'll say it's that we coined it because it was in a conversation. Who needs Hollywood when you have Midwood?
That's right, Midwood, baby. That's what we got going on, Midwood, yeah. Now, Bats in the Clocktower. Let's talk about that, man, because we watched the trailer just before coming on. I got the first look at it, right? The first release. Tell me, use your terminology for me. Help me out.
What we've had in store for you, we gave you a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of maybe like the first 5 to 10 minutes of the film, so you could get a feel for what we're going to be discussing tonight. And I've also was proud to bring you the world premiere teaser of Bats in the Clocktower, and the name and title of that teaser is Let Him Slip. So it really depicts 2 of the characters and their arc that goes on between those 2 key characters in the film.
Wow, thank you for letting me get the first world premiere view of Bats in the Clocktower, man. And that looks like it's gonna rock.
Fantastic.
I tell you, I can't wait to see it. Ellie, Doghouse Production, did the editing for you.
Actually, she was Ellie is the director of photography on the film.
Okay.
With Ellie's Doghouse Productions. So also RGB Studios is involved in the project as well, which the owner of that studio is Ryan Blake. I guess it's RBG. Ryan Blake Gregory Studios. So correct myself real quick there. But Ryan he's one of our lead actors in the film, as well as the assistant director and the cinematographer. So there was, I believe, about 7 cinematographers that's been involved in the project over the course of 2.5 years.
Wow. Wow. And it takes a lot of teamwork, a lot of coordination to get stuff like that done. And that says a lot about you as a director producer. It says a lot right there that all these people are willing to work with you.
Well, the largest set that we've had on the largest group of people that we've had on set is about 60 people.
Wow.
And that was over the course of May 14th, 15th, and 16th of last year.
Okay.
And some of the sets are very small, 2 to 3 people, but some of them, you know, they've grown anywhere from, you know, I guess it's 60 to, you know, 25 people on a set. Very high. A lot of logistics that has to be taken into account of, and I shouldn't say high stress, but sometimes they can be high stress.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay. What gave you the idea that's in the Clocktower?
Well, honestly, I had a film festival that I ran in 2008 and or launched in 2008 called Arceneaux Film Festival.
Right.
And this young director approached me and wanted to put his film in our film festival, and so we brought him in as one of his trailers, and that so happened to be Ryan Gregory.
Okay.
And so as I was researching and getting to know this person as a film associate and coming on board for Arceneaux Film Festival as one of my submissions, I was researching his YouTube page, and there he was. He was doing a Joker's skit or sketch or whatever you want to call it, and the irony is that he was in complete context. He was in costume, but everybody else was just hanging out in jeans and a t-shirt and just chilling, and they were just there for him to do the part. So I thought right there, you know, wonder what it'd be like if we actually took him out of that and put him in context with a full set and stage and built characters and a story around that. And in doing so, we did the Arceneaux Film Festival, and there was a couple of characters there, or individuals, friends and associates of mine, that I thought, you know, this person would make a great Bruce Wayne and Batman, and that was Doug Fessler.
Yeah.
And Eric Williams, which is, you know, deeply embedded into the film community here in the St. Louis metropolitan area, as well as in the Midwest and across the United States. Probably been in, you know, over 60 films, I'm sure. That I thought he would be perfect for the Riddler, and so it was right there at Arceneaux Film Festival that we took a picture together, and it was determined that we would do this.
Okay.
So that was in October of 2008, October 22nd or 25th, something like that. And so the first production date for Bats in the Clocktower was November 22nd of 2008, and it was a 22-hour, 5-location day.
Wow.
And
you decided to do it in October and started in November.
5 locations, 22 hours. It was an incredible day. And we walked away with 12 minutes of footage. Useful footage. Right. And that's what, as filmmakers, that's what happens. That's what we do, man. Yep. But we decided that, you know, we'd sit on it for a little while, and dwell on the story a little bit. And in doing so, the story has expanded, and each time we shot, realized that, you know, the story was growing and it had depth and value. So each one just kind of like a piece of the puzzle fell into place.
Wow. So. I'm excited about it, and I cannot wait to see the entire movie. And my mouth was just, when we watched the trailer, I was, you know, I was waiting. We had to stop it at 10 minutes, you know, into the movie, and I just wanted some more, and I can't wait to see it. It's going to do awesome.
Thank you.
It's going to rock, no doubt, no doubt.
It truly is a fan film. You know, it's for the fans. There's lots of little hidden clues and things buried within the film that if they go and they're diehard fans, they're going to catch up on these little clues and snippets that we put in and dug out from the history of Batman all the way from the time that it was born until now.
Okay. Did you research? Did your homework and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the guy who plays Penguin, Mike Farmer, and he told me a little bit about it when he came on the show. But what made you want to cast him as a Penguin? He's kind of he doesn't talk a lot. He's kind of a quiet guy. Why'd you go for him?
Well, I guess the comfort zone that was there between Mike and I, because I knew that he works at the same place that I work at, and I met his brother. I actually thought he was his brother, and he has a brother. I don't think they're twins. I think they're a year apart, but they look enough like they could be twin brothers. And he's like, "Oh no, that was my brother." And so we kind of, you know, had crossed paths in that nature. And then I went to an impromptu, 15-year class reunion?
No.
I think so. 15-year class reunion with Carrie, and Mike is in Carrie's class. And so we were standing there talking, and I just kind of looked over at him and I said, "Hey, would you be interested in playing a part in the film that I have?" And he said, "Yeah, what do you got?" And when I told him what it was, he was just ecstatic and said he would love to do it. And I said, "Well, at this point, then we'll write you into the film." And I'm glad we did, because he's a key element and within the film.
He's perfect.
He's a villain.
Man, for what I mean, I can't. World, this movie, Bats in the Clocktower, is really gonna rock the world. It's gonna be awesome. And wow, I can't wait to see it. And he's perfect. I mean, he looks the part of Penguin.
You know who
really
he is
does.
when he walks in the room.
Yeah, you do. Now, you've done a lot, and let's talk a little bit about Joe's Place documentary. Let's talk about that. I saw the trailer on that. I can't wait to see that one either. The whole thing with homeless kids in St. Louis and parts of.
It's in Maplewood. Carrie and I were brought on as. First of all, let me state something.
Okay.
With SCSSTUDIOFILMZ, Carrie and I have done. We were embedded in the music industry for a long time here in the St. Louis metropolitan area. But this, and we've had art galleries over in Illinois, and we've had recording studios, and we worked on these things together, but film was the first thing that we've really been able to collaborate and find this harmony together as artists. And so we created a film together, and that really told us that, because we just pretty much shot it by ourselves. And we got a couple of awards for it, and that let us know that we could do this together. And so I couldn't do any of the film stuff if it wasn't for my co-producer Carrie, and as my wife also.
Oh.
So I got to make sure that I put that out there.
Carrie, awesome.
And then we have Lute here that we've waited 17 years for, and
you haven't been married 17 years?
We've been married for 17 years, and waited to have Lute, and so. We feel like, he is the best thing that's ever happened to us, and we want to give him everything that we can give him.
No wonder you talk about him all the time on Facebook.
Yep.
I think because you guys don't look old enough to be married for 17 years. Wow.
Well, maybe it's what she's feeding me, I don't know.
Yeah, the youth drug. That's good. I want some of that. I want some of what you feed him.
So Joe's Place, we were brought on with Donnie Blake.
Before you start on that, what film was it that you guys did together first that you guys know? You didn't give me the name. What did you, do you remember?
Yes. We did a film called A River for Catherine.
Okay.
And it's basically, in a nutshell, it's a Shakespearean tragedy love story, and but it's based around the Mississippi River Basin. And it's got kind of a southern feel to it.
Okay.
And, things don't go so well when Lewis, the character's out of town. She gets herself, Catherine gets herself in a heap of trouble, and I have to wrap things up at the end.
Okay. Now, can we find this film anywhere?
I just explained to your photographer that you cannot find the film anywhere on account that I have held on to it because I really want to recut the film.
Okay.
And of course, Bats in the Clocktower and other projects have, held precedence and priority over it. Yeah. So probably in the next 6 months, I'll probably go back and recut the film with the technology that I have, and then probably put it out there.
Okay. All right. Awesome. We look forward to it then.
Thanks.
Now, with Joe's Place, I said you, Donnie Blake.
Donnie Blake introduced us, as well as Brett Steen, to Matt Seelbach, the director, and we did